Welcome to our daily reflection. In today's gospel, Jesus is teaching in a synagogue where there's a man with a withered hand, a withered right hand. And with this withered hand, this man must have struggled with a variety of things in his life. For one, supporting his family. For another, perhaps struggling with a good self-identity. Many of us might not be able to personally relate to someone with a withered hand or a paralyzed hand, but we can relate to someone with a withered spirit, like what we're going through in this pandemic. A withered spirit of anxiety, frustration, disillusionment, depression. And so we struggle with this, and we wonder, what's the cure for spiritual witheredness or a withered spirit? And I think Jesus gives us the answer in today's gospel. Jesus says to the man, "Stretch out your hand." And he stretches out his hand, and his hand is healed. And I think Jesus is saying the same thing to us today. He's saying to us, stretch out your withered hand, stretch out your withered spirit. Let me heal you. Let me bring you relief. And I'd like to at least give you a few pointers to consider doing while you're at home during this pandemic. And one is to pray. And I encourage you to pray this particular prayer. It's a very short prayer, and I encourage you to pray it in the morning. And start it with the words, "Thank you, Jesus." And then just kind of continue with it. Like, "Thank you, Jesus, for my life. Thank you, Jesus, for my faith. Thank you, Jesus, for my family. Thank you, Jesus, for my health." And when you stop thanking Jesus, that's the end of your prayer. And it's a beautiful prayer because you put God first in your day, and you also thank God for what you've received and not the things that you haven't received. Second, consider reaching out to someone. Reaching out to someone via telephone, via text, via email. Reach out to someone, a teacher that maybe had a big impact in your life, maybe a relative you haven't seen in a while, a friend. Keep in contact. Stretch out your withered hand. Stretch out your withered spirit. And thirdly, to consider doing some random act of kindness. For example, you go to your favorite fast food restaurant, and when you're paying your bill, you tell the cashier that you'd like to pay for the people in the car behind you. Stretch out your withered hand. Stretch out your withered spirit. Ultimately, Jesus stretched out his withered hands and stretched out his withered spirit when he was on the cross, so that we might live life to the fullest. So reach out your withered hand, reach out your withered spirit, and know that our loving God will never, never abandon you no matter what.